Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, my name is Tanya and I am a lover of decorating, and right now I'm going through a vintage and antique and thrifting phase. So if that's your kind of thing, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope that you'll enjoy what you're going to see in this channel. One thing I was thinking about today is I have gotten so many new subscribers in the past couple of months that I thought maybe I would tell you just a little bit about me, because I had done that when I first started my channel a couple of years ago. I'm gonna apologize if you're hearing wrestling in the background. Hazel Grace is in here with me. I have the gates locked so my dog and the other cats can't come in, but Hazel Grace is still small and she can slide under, and she just likes to be where her mama is, and she loves tearing up paper, which is what she's doing right now. But anyway, so just, I'm sorry about the noise. But I am a wife. We are approaching our 30th wedding anniversary. I was 19 years old when I got married, and we have 2 grown children. My husband has been in retail for, gosh, maybe close to 46, 47 years now. And I am in education. I spent some time in retail, and I was a stay-at-home mom for 8 years, and now I'm in education, and I'm currently a student working on a degree. We live in a very small, humble home compared to the monsters that are being built now, which does cause problems because I don't have near as many spaces for to create vignettes or wall space, but I work with what I can. And I enjoy getting on here and talking to all my friends that I've made on YouTube, and I hope that you stick around. We've got some exciting things coming up for the fall, and I have been able to acquire a few vintage fall pieces, actually probably more than a few, but so far I'm still not having much luck on the vintage Christmas. And I know I've said this before, and I think part of it is I just don't like it. And the vintage Christmas is so expensive, and if I don't love a piece, it's just not in my personal budget to buy it. So I will apologize up front for those of you that are vintage lovers like I am. Christmas, there won't be a lot of vintage showcased, but we do each room by themes, and I feel like we blow it out of the park. So if you just love Christmas in general, please stick around and see what you think about that. But you know, other than that, I'm trying so hard to get a few pieces, and I just have not been successful. But for today, I probably should have like maybe titled my last video as part 1. This is part 2. Like I said in my last video, Greg and I had spent Saturday, we went to the flea market, 3 estate sales, and 3 antique stores. We didn't buy, you know, at all of them, but we did buy quite a few things from Antiques on 231 in Lebanon, Tennessee. I try not to go there very often because I spend way too much money there. That is not a place that I would call thrifting, but I go about once every couple of months, and I really enjoy it. I did get some really great sale prices this time though, so I was fortunate about that. But I had said we were going to just not donate, but devote this video to my haul from Antiques on 231. And I do have a couple of other, well, I have a auction win, and then while we were in Lebanon, we went to another antique store that we had never been to. And I do not remember the name of it, y'all. I'm so sorry. But, and I think the name was Vintage something or another, but I can't remember. It's not one that will go into my, you know, my sort of, I kind of rotate out places that I go. It was a little high, but so we'll probably go back, but it's just not going to be one that I'll make a habit of. That is enough blabbering. Let's get into this haul from 231, Antiques on 231. Y'all, I want to say that wrong every time. So Greg sort of made out like a bandit. I have had a lot of success in the past month or so on the things that I like, and Greg has not been as successful with his search for milk glass, y'all, because we all know he just doesn't have near enough. In all seriousness, I don't know where I'm gonna put all this milk glass. He has acquired so many pieces, but he saw this piece, and I think he actually saw it. We were about to leave. They take the prices off in most antique stores, vintage shops, because I don't know what their system is, but I know that they have usually the booth numbers for the vendors on the tag, so they keep a lot of that. So there's only one thing that I even know for sure what it was priced at. But the first thing that he got, and he even said, he's so silly, he said, you can wrap this up for Christmas. I'm not gonna do that. But y'all know he loves hobnail milk glass. It is his favorite, especially with the ribbed edges. I think it looks like a ribbon, but I think they call it like ribs. So he found, y'all, this milk glass hobnail cake stand, and he just acted like it was Christmas morning. He had to have it. It has no chips, no marks. I haven't cleaned anything up, but it was in mint condition. Funny thing is, we just don't eat a whole lot of cake. I have no self-control whatsoever, and I try not to keep much of that stuff in our house, but I think for special occasions and the holidays, we might pull this out. This will be beautiful. This was his favorite find of the day. So he got that, and before he found that, he found this other cake stand. Let me show you. He also has the teardrop collection. He has about I think he has 4 different patterns of milk glass. He doesn't have a whole lot of this, but he found this teardrop cake stand. So he grabbed this. It was less than the hobnail. I do know that, but I just don't remember. Again, mint condition, no chips, cracks, or anything. So he was excited to get that. The main reason he wanted to go to, or I wanted to go to 231, and he was like, oh yeah, that'll be fine, is he had saw this the last time, and this is a teardrop compote. It's the medium size one, and he had the large one, so he has like one medium and one large, so he wanted to go get the other medium, and I think this was around 12 bucks, y'all. And so he was very excited that it was still there, so he grabbed that. And that was all the milk glass that he got at Antiques on 231. The rest of the things are mine, which it looks like I was wrong. I may have more than he did from 231. The first thing that I just had to bring home, and it's not marked, so I'm not sure if it's Ironstone, but I feel like it is. I only paid $6 for it, and it is this beautiful aged little creamer. I know it's looking yellow on camera, but it is not yellow. It is just that beautiful aged buttery brown craisin look that we all are just mad about. This was only $6. See, I'm trying to get it closer. You can kind of see some of the stuff that's going on under the glazing. It was only $6. This booth was half off. This was, I don't know, I have about 3 of my favorite finds from that day, and this was definitely one of them. And I also grabbed, y'all know there is a platter that every time I see it, I have to buy this platter. And I think I counted, I have like 7 or 8 of them, but I'm also finding out that they come in, there's 3 different sizes, so I don't think I have all 3 sizes. I think I have a lot of the mediums. But anyway, I saw this bowl. Again, it's unmarked. It's like the platters that are marked USA on the back, but it has that sweet little edging that I like so much. So I grabbed this bowl to go with all of my mini platters. So then I have decided that I want not many, maybe just 2 or 3 I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Somebody just knocked something over. 2 or 3 of, and okay, y'all, I know y'all always help me out when I mispronounce something, or, you know, I even get it wrong, but do y'all know I know y'all know the yellowware stoneware bowls, and I don't know if it's supposed to be yellowware, and maybe it just depends on what part of the country that you're in, and some people pronounce it yellowware, and some of it, I'm confused. I think that maybe it is yellowware because some of the bowls are not yellow, but I have decided that, you know, I've gotten a little drawn to that, and I thought that some of it would be nice for the fall. So I did grab this. Now, it's not marked, and I know a lot of the ones that are the yellowware are marked. So this, I don't know what this is, but I grabbed this. I thought this would look so pretty with some pumpkins and maybe some, you know, gourds or something just kind of sitting in it for the fall. I don't remember how much this was. I don't think that it was a lot. They had several booths that had discounts. And so when I'm at $2.31, I will look at the price, but I don't, you know, because I have, like, there's just, like I've talked about many times, I'm not gonna do anything stupid, and I don't pay stupid prices. So I don't feel like anything that I bought this weekend was, well, maybe one thing, and I'm going to show y'all that here in a minute, but you know, this was a decent price or I wouldn't have got it, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, now I grabbed this was in a booth that was 75% off. It does have like a big chip in it. It's very old. It's not marked. The way the bottom is, I guess I say it's old. I'm not really sure. I should Google Lens it and try to find out something about it. But I thought that this would be so pretty for the fall. And I only paid like $6 for this. So I got this piece of pottery. And you can see sort of the design a little bit. And like I said, I haven't cleaned anything up, but I don't think this is going to clean up. I think this is just age. And the brown rim that goes around it, I thought that would look really pretty again with some pumpkins. Now there's the chip. Let's see if you can see it. But it doesn't bother me, you know, especially for like once I clean it up and get it styled. I think for the fall, it's going to be really pretty. And I may or may not, like, this doesn't really match. But depending on what luck I have, you know, finding one or two more of the yellowware bowls, I may stack it or I may put them totally separate somewhere. I'm not really sure. I have fall on my mind, but I also just haven't really committed to exactly what I'm going to do, but I definitely will use these somehow. I also got from, if you watch the old so-and-so, she has a booth at Antiques on 231. Now her booth is full of vintage, antique, and things that she makes. And I think that she has 2 booths, but I'm never really sure what the second booth is. I just know it's in the back of the store, and I can't really ever tell what the second booth is, but she has one booth that's fairly close to the front. And I saw lots of homemade craft things that I wanted to get, and I may have to go back and get some, but I really, like I said, have just not decided exactly on the color scheme that I'm going to use for the fall, so I was real reluctant to do that. And y'all, I will just tell you, this may, just in case anybody's hoping to see this, I stopped decorating for Halloween about 3 years ago. I gave all of my Halloween decorations to a friend of mine, and I only decorate for like the fall harvest type season. So that is what you'll see here. And she had lots of adorable things that would have been cute for Halloween. And but they have a fall open house that starts this Thursday, which today is the 29th. So is that the 31st? And I think it's running for 4 or 5 days. So Greg is out of town or working this weekend, so I may run over there to see what new things they put out for fall. But anyway, I say all that to say, if you live in this area and you watch the old so-and-so, go to Antiques on 231. Why can't I get that right? And check out her booth. But I did pick up a bingo card, and it was only $2. I've seen these on Pinterest just kind of displayed in like flower frogs or the shoe cleaning horsehair brushes, and I think for the fall that this would be really cute. And the reason I want to use it for the fall is the weather starts to cool down. You know, the nights get crisp and we spend more time in the house than we do outside, and that's when we play games or watch TV or movies or things, because I'm not, well, I mean, I do watch my YouTube people, but I'm not like a huge TV watcher. So I just thought this would be really cute, a little vignette for fall, just to kind of represent some of that, you know, staying in the house and getting prepared for winter. I also got, many of you, if you've watched my videos, you've seen upstairs that I have a little sewing vignette going on, which is funny because like I told you in my last one of my videos, I don't sew. I mean, I can sew a button on, and I can sew, I can darn stuff. But they had, I've been looking for like an old pattern that I wanted to just kind of display with all that stuff. So they had this. Now this came from the Rural New Yorker Pattern Department. And it's postmarked. Look, y'all, I have my, they're right here. I have my reader so I can read that stuff to y'all today. It was postmarked, well, oh wow. The postage was only 1 cent. And there's not a date. Oh, here we go. No. Y'all, there is not a date. It just says U.S. postage permit. 1 cent. So if that tells us anything, we know that that is old. But this was the envelope. That, does it have the name of the recipient? Mrs. W.P. Stampitz of New Jersey. She ordered her a pattern on how to make an apron. Now, isn't that sweet? And it's patterned for this only for small, medium, and large sizes. I haven't even opened this up, y'all. I'm opening it with y'all. And it just has like all the little, I think it's good cut or whatnot. So anyway, that was $6. And I grabbed that because I thought that that would be so cute with that sewing thing. And it was in a bag like this. So there's a little, like, I guess what it'll look like. And I didn't even know that super cool envelope came with it. So I am going to style this in my sewing drawers upstairs. And then the last thing that we purchased from Antiques on 231, I was not going to get this. I'm not saying that it's not worth it to a collector. I'm just saying that when we spend the whole day doing these things, I do try to keep up with what we're spending. And when you see this, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Unless you find these at estate sales, yard sales, or Goodwill, which I have never found anything of this size at Goodwill, you're going to pay a reseller price. But I absolutely love Ironstone. I like the story that goes with it. I like the simplicity of it. I like that you can use it all year round and it just looked beautiful in your home. I have 2 Ironstone pictures. One is white and one is very aged, and I couldn't tell you which one's my favorite if I had to, but my husband knows how much I wanted to get a collection started. I would like to replace all of my Hobby Lobby pictures with Ironstone pictures. So he walked in, spotted this before I did, and just put it on the counter and said, I don't want to hear anything about it. If you want to call it your Christmas present, it can be your Christmas present or your birthday present, because I have my birthday coming up. Whichever one, you're taking this home. And so I want to say, get you one that will buy you Ironstone and not make you feel guilty about it. So he got me this beautiful, large Ironstone picture. And one thing that I really love about it is I think it's the second piece. Pretty sure it's the only one that I have, or that I have two now, that have that stamp. I don't know if it's gonna focus. I have other Ironstone pieces, but not necessarily with that stamp. And I'll read it to you. Many of you probably already know exactly what it says, but it's the Royal Ironstone China. And another little fun fact about me is I'm obsessed with our royal family. And yes, I said our royal family. My husband makes fun of me and reminds me that I'm American and that I've never even been to England. But I'm just, raise your hand if you were a Princess Diana lover. Oh, she had my heart. My first grade teacher looked just like Princess Diana, and one of my absolute favorite teachers. Probably learned something that year because I wanted to please my own little personal Princess Diana. Anyway, it's Royal Ironstone. It's the Alfred Meekin, England, and it does have the two lions. So I love this. I have a plan for all, and there's no, y'all know I like the cracks and the chips don't bother me. Greg does not like them, but this, it just needs cleaning. There's absolutely no chips, no cracks. It was very well taken care of. It was very loved. I have a plan in my head for what I want to do with my Ironstone pictures for fall, and it's just going to be a very simple little grouping. I would like to get them all together and get some of the either dried hydrangeas, which I have 11 limelight hydrangea bushes in my yard. I probably should go cut some now so that they'll be drying. So I either want to use the dried hydrangeas or the dried baby's breath from Hobby Lobby. I think I would almost rather use that and just kind of make like a grouping of my Ironstone pictures with that. That's my plan. I'll just have to see how the rest of the area turns out. You know, I have lots of oranges and golds and reds and things like that I use for the fall. So I'm not really sure, but that is my plan. I think that that would look absolutely beautiful with the brown and white. They're made to look like transferware plates that I got at Hobby Lobby, which, oh my gosh, I have to give y'all an update on that. I'll give you an update when I get done with this video. So anyway, I'm not even gonna act like this was cheap, but we're gonna call it possibly my Christmas present. And he was just as excited to be able to give this to me as I was to be able to take it very happily from him. So that is all that we got from Antiques on 231. Yes, I got it right. So the second little antique store that we went to, Greg bought, we got 4 things. The first thing that we got, he actually found. It's cute. So like I've said in my last video, I've not intended on collecting salt and pepper shakers, but he thought that this would be really cute to put like on the table for Christmas or to have sitting around. And it has a little tray. I think I may have one other set that has a little tray. I'm not really sure. And with the red, so we grabbed these and they weren't bad at all. He also found, and again, I don't remember how much this was, but he found the little teardrop compote. So he's got little, or small, medium, and a large. So that is like a set. He likes to have all the sets. And then he has they're up there, that's why I'm looking. He has a large and a medium, so he needs one more of the small, and he'll have 2 sets of them. Greg is a very intense collector. I will collect something, and you know, there may just be a few key pieces I want, and he does not understand that. He's like, if you're going to collect, you need to get it all. And that's the mind frame that he stays in. He also got, now I don't like this pattern at all, but Pinterest is brainwashing him, because y'all know everybody's listening, and all you got to do is say you like something once and Pinterest will flood it. So he bought this little, I guess like candy dish of, I think that this is called the quilt pattern of milk glass. And if I might be wrong, y'all can correct me, but I believe that this is Westmoreland, a pattern that Westmoreland makes. It could be a Fenton pattern. Here's the thing, it's not marked, and I'm finding that not all Fenton, like there might be something that I know is Fenton, because I'll be comparing it in a, you know, online. So I don't know if everything got marked or not, but I'm not sure if this is Westmoreland, Fenton, or Indiana glass. I know that during that time, there were about, what, 10 or 11 glass companies that made all these things. And it's just, I need to buy a book. I actually want to buy some kind of book so that I sound like I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, he also bought this quilt pattern dish. And the lid kind of, I think it's cool. I think that'll be kind of cute for Easter. It's like an egg. So he got those. He got these two. Now that was all that we bought at 231 and that other antique store. And that may have been it. I'm not sure. But I have an auction win that I got. I bid on this. Let me grab it real quick. It's heavy. I bid on this on eBay. Nobody bid against me at all, and I don't know why. I saw this exact one. I saw two of them. One was listed for $125 on eBay, and one was listed for $95. That's out of my price range. I cannot afford that. But many of you know that I love the Johnson Brothers Snow White Regency dish set. And I have really been fortunate to be able to thrift that and get that at very affordable prices at estate sales. So I bid on this. No one bid against me at all. And I got this soup tureen for $19. Y'all, it is big. It is so big. There is not a single crack, nothing in it. No chips, no nothing. The ladle is absolutely beautiful. It is ironstone as well. And do you see the detail? I love that little aging right there. I mean, perfect mint condition. Here is one of my favorite parts, the stamp with the crown and where it says Snow White Regency, Ironstone. I love, y'all, this pattern is neck and neck with my royal blue, not my Liberty blue. I love simple things as much as I love tacky and gaudy. Like, I don't know, y'all, I'm very mixed. I mean, I guess eclectic. I'm very eclectic. There you go. But I plan on using this, hopefully, I hope this works out, on either my island or on my kitchen table as a centerpiece with some of that dried baby's breath coming out. I think that will be gorgeous with the white, and I'll do some sort of texture layering or something underneath it. But that's what I'm planning on. Y'all, tomorrow my mind might totally change. I'm just not really sure. So that completes our weekend of thrifting and estate sale, running around an antique shop. But I want to update you real quick on my Hobby Lobby plates. So hold on. Okay, so the first time that I showed y'all my Hobby Lobby haul, a few things I had bought from Hobby Lobby for the fall, I showed you this plate with the tractor on it. And it's, you know, I don't know if you can call this transferware. I don't know enough about it. I just know it's new and it came from Hobby Lobby, but it was made, in my opinion, to resemble some of the old vintage transferware. It's the tractor and the barn, and then I had the one with the horse. And I remember telling you all that there was 4 and that I had messed around and not got them, was trying to thrift some, and I would just have to do with those 4. Well, my husband has been having to go to Louisville. This is his 4th time. He just left, and he stays up there for the week. And so I think he's near a shopping center, his hotel, and he left the store around 5 one day, and he just ran to Hobby Lobby because he knew that I like to have collections, and he's a big collector. But he went over there and he found the other 2 plates, y'all. So I have the farmer collecting the pumpkins. I love that. And the them collecting their hay harvest. So y'all, I think that these plates are going to make a beautiful tablescape mixed with some of my Johnson & Johnson Snow White Regency and some of that dried baby's breath. I am so excited to see how this turns out, and I hope that it turns out like as well as it does in my head. But I'm going to show you one other thing I got. Now, I got this back in June. I was not back up to making my videos yet, but we had gone to an estate sale actually in our neighborhood, and I got these on the half off day. And because I think I've talked about how much Greg loves pheasants. I know I have, because I keep showing y'all pheasants, but I remember that I hadn't showed you these. So these are going to go in our fall decor. Now, I don't know, look, a bird is a bird to me. I know a red bird, I know a blue bird, I might like a cardinal. They're red, right? Yeah, I know there's little yellow canaries. I know what a mockingbird is, but I don't know if this is like, isn't there something called a chickadee, or I know there's sparrow, but I don't know if I could pick one out. I don't know what kind of bird this is. Okay, but we've got we have 3 of these. So we've got this little bitty bird, and these were hand done. They were done in 1972. I can't make out the name of who done them, but they were a Christmas gift for the person that made them for their aunt and uncle. There's this bird. I don't know what he is. And they're sort of like, they have this glaze over them, but I don't know, guys. Y'all can tell that they're old and that I don't know. It's almost like I don't know if you can see these lines, but I kind of wonder if this was like a picture that they cut out and put on here, because it's really odd. But and then the whole reason he wanted it is, you guessed it, this pheasant. So I'm not really sure exactly, since there is only 3. I don't know what I'll do with these. I might just sort of, I don't know, put them like on, picture stands. Oh, excuse me, I'm so tired, y'all. Or he also has this really pretty pheasant platter. So I'm not real sure. I have lots of things to incorporate into my fall decor. I have some vintage paintings that I'm very excited to change out and put throughout the house in some of my gallery walls. I have all the tons and tons of pheasants that I've showed you. We have the brass pheasants that he was able to thrift. I can't even think. I know, I have lots of copper that I haven't showed you guys that I've thrifted before I started my channel back up. So I'll be incorporating all of that into our fall. And I'm really going to try to do less of, the signs of, hey, y'all, it's fall, and those things. Not that those things are not okay. I love all that. I don't want to part with that at all. But I just want to see if I can make it more of a, just sort of natural feel. And as I say that, y'all have watched this channel long enough to know it's going to be some crazy over the top something. But anyway, y'all, I am losing my voice. I'm not sure what's going on. And I'm not gonna lie to you, making this video was total task avoidance, because I need to go do some homework and I just do not want to do it. So it is Tuesday. I'm not sure if I will have a third video out this week. It'll just depend on how my week plays out. But I hope that you all have an amazing week. Labor Day is coming up. I hope that you have a very fun, safe Labor Day. Enjoy the marking of, even though summer's technically not over, just kind of enjoy that last celebration, because it is about to be on with all the celebrations, y'all. We've got fall coming up, and Thanksgiving and Christmas and all those wonderful things. So while you're having such a great time this weekend, get you some rest, because the busy season is coming on. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.